Alright, took this off, and this connector I think is the hardest part to remove. This is the underside of the front, and this connector is a bear to get off, but you have to push down at the end here while you're pulling out. I've taken these bolts off for the side, and now this is where it starts to get different from the 2005 model. We've got to take out these two screws, and they're just pop-offs, so that's just a quarter turn. And then there's a pop-off on the inside here in the gas cap. So that pops off. Take this off. So pop this off. It's just got a boss there. It just pulls right out. So after that center, back up here, that center is out. You can see these bolts have to come out. So those are the bolts. So now we can see we have this bolt here and this bolt up here to remove this side frame. These bolts are the same length, so you can't mix them up. So now with this, I don't disconnect it. I'm just going to leave it loose and move the shroud out. Now you see this is loose. If you rotate this, you should be able to get it off without disconnecting the audio system. Same for this side. This is disconnected up here. This bolt has been removed. And all the fairing bolts are out. And the bolt here next to the gas cap is out. And the bolt down here. So lift up here. So if you lift up there first, you'll get this part out. what I'm going to do is twist these sideways so that the fairing can come out without disconnecting everything. We've disconnected, and this is still attached. Might not be in the way, and this is still attached. Alright, now we're going to move the engine control module out of the way. Just flip that off, and now that's out of the way. And that's going to expose brackets that we're going to need to remove to access the air filter. So here's what I see. We've got the engine control module moved out of the way. There's a bolt here to remove, and then there's a bolt here to remove. There's a pop-off for the air intake that looks like just a lift-off. So on the right-hand side, so if I'm walking in, I can see I've got a bolt down here to remove. Got some cables to move out of the way. Got a bolt up here to remove. So that's 4 bolts. And again, got a wire harness here that looks like it's going to have to come out. I've got a pop-off screw up here for the air intake, and I'm not sure what else we got yet. So to take this cable holder off, you can slip a screwdriver and press down on this tab. Let's see, where's the tab? Where's my screwdriver? Man, it's hard to. So to take this cable off, you can press down on that tab and remove the wire. We've removed the 4 bolts. 1, 2, and on this side, number 3, and this one, number 4, is pretty hard to get to. You have to move the cabling out of the way. All the bolts are the same length. So now we're going to pop off this little pop. Here's the air intake clip on the right-hand side. So this is the glove box coming in from the right. It's underneath here. Again, there's cabling in the way. Alright, so I was able to partially lift out the glove box. Alright, I've moved the glove box out of the way. I haven't disconnected all the cables. It's going to be a pain to disconnect them all, to be honest with you. So I might try and see how far I can get without disconnecting it. I might be able to lift that out. So now we're down to the air box. It's accessible. We've got, I think, 6 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, it's kind of back in there somewhere, 5, and up front here. I can't see it, but it's down there somewhere. So we're going to try and access that air box. Okay, I took out the air filter, and I apologize that I couldn't videotape while I did it, but I was able to do it without removing the glove box, these controls. I left everything attached. I just moved it out of the way. The screws for the air filter, I think there was 7 of them. I had to use a long extension to remove them. They are a little tight to get started, but once you get them off, they stay with the cover, so you don't have to completely remove them. Once you got them all the way loose, the cover will pop off. I was able to lift the cover up and remove it. Actually, I don't even think I removed it. I just lifted it up high enough, and I was able to reach in and pull the air filter out. And this is my air filter at 24,000 miles. So you can see it's fairly dirty. Might have been able to go to 30, but certainly time to replace. The new air filter, I was able to fit it in underneath here, underneath the air filter cover, and then very carefully laying it in there. Once I laid it in, screw the 7 screws back down, and now we're just going to reverse the assembly.